In today's video, we're going to be talking about Gold Star Pokemon cards. Alright, where else but TCG Player like usual. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Gold Star Pokemon cards today. And if you're not familiar with these are some vintage cards from the EX era. Super hard cards to pull. I'm pretty sure the rates on some of them were like 1 in 3 booster boxes. They're very rare, and that's what we're going to get into today. So first off, let's get into the rarity part. Let's just take a look here at this Pikachu Gold Star. Let's see how many listings we have. So as you can see, total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listings total on the entire website for the Pikachu Gold Star. Some of them have pictures, but we'll look at some of the other listings. Some of these Gold Star cards are way more rare than other ones, and we'll get into that. As you can see here, we have a PSA 10 one listed for $15,000, and if you think that's crazy, no, these cards really do sell for that amount of money. And no, I don't know if the Pikachu actually sells for $15K. I mean, we could look. I'm sure it's pretty close to that. Now, before I get any further, I want to talk about 3 of the cards specifically, which will be the Entei down here in the bottom left, the Raikou from Unseen Forces, and the Suicune from Unseen Forces. And if you look these ones up in a PSA 10, they're probably the cheapest ones, and you might be wondering, well, why is that? I don't know the exact specific details of the story, but I believe it was like a pallet worth of these cards, or not pallet, but it was binders and binders full of those 3 cards were found, and some guy like basically offloaded them, and it tanked the price of the cards. So, but if you still go on eBay and you want these 3 Gold Stars in a PSA 10, it's still going to run you probably $1,000 plus in a 10 a piece. It might even be like more like $1,500. But that is another thing we can talk about. And during the EX era, Pokemon wasn't exactly booming, so to say. So the print runs here were very limited. And when you combine that with that 1 in 3 per booster box, that's why these cards are so expensive, is because they're very limited. And you can't see it up here because my face is blocking it. Let's look at the Rayquaza Gold Star. Let's see how many listings for that there are. 2. One of them is a PSA 8 trying to be sold for $7,000. This is a rare copy, moderately played. I can tell you right now that looks worse than moderately played. Look at the front of that there. It looks like it's almost damaged on the front. They're trying to sell that for almost $7,000, not even graded, which is insane. We will look this card up on eBay, and I'm going to show you PSA 10 prices that are going to blow your mind. So yeah, this is Rayquaza Gold Star. People trying to sell this card for $80,000, $100,000. You can see that we have Japanese copies down here for $12,000 and $16,000. We have the 8 here for almost $7,000, $8,500 for another 8. And yeah, we'll see if we can find a sold listing, but I don't know if we'll be able to. I mean, you can even see here a PSA 1 is selling for $1,400. So yeah, I can't even find a PSA 10 sold. I'm sure if I used a different thing to search for it, I'd be able to pull up an auction somewhere, but you get the point. I mean, I think that card has actually sold for like 60, 70K, somewhere in that range. Like legitimately sold for that much amount of money. And yeah, here's another really expensive one from EX Team Rocket Returns, the Torchic. Now there's 3 of them: Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico, and they're all expensive. You can see we have a PSA 9 here. Someone's trying to sell for 3.4K. And yeah, the difference from, the 10 to the 9, this is anywhere in Pokemon, is significant. Very large. We have someone here trying to sell a near mint copy for 50K, I guess. Maybe that's a PSA 10. I don't know. And yeah, to end it off here, we're just gonna go on eBay and show you guys some of these prices you can buy it for now. So we have the Vaporeon 10, $3,700. Regirock, $2,700. PSA 10 Entei, we have $1,325 in a current bid. Like I said, $1,500. You can get the Raikou, Mewtwo, a little more expensive. $1,400 for this Suicune right now. And I really like gold star cards. I used to have two. I unfortunately got rid of them. One of my biggest regrets to this day in this hobby, but you'll have that. They weren't graded or anything. Espeon and Umbreon gold stars are also up there. You can see this one's 16k, and fun fact, these actually don't, I'm pretty sure they don't have hollow pattern because they're from the Pop series packs. Alright, and if we just go down here, I'm not sure how many sold listings we'll actually be able to find, but PSA 10 Mewtwo, best offer accepted from 8,500 bucks. Pikachu gold star in a PSA 10 sold for $9,000, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and actually check the pop report on this card. I'm going to go ahead and use my PSA app. Look up the pop and see how many of these exist. Okay, so PSA 10 Gold Star Pikachu, population 114. So through PSA, there's only 114 of these cards to be graded in a PSA 10. And this was one of them right here that sold for almost $9,000. You can see we have the Japanese Gold Star selling for almost $3,000 there. We have the Vaporeon Gold Star selling for $3,750. We have the Metagross in a 10 selling for $8,000. And then we have the Flareon here selling for $2,800. So, I mean, you guys get the point. These cards are really rare, really expensive. Just wanted to come on here and kind of shed some light on these cards because I feel like everyone's so focused on modern right now. We forget about vintage and some of the cool stuff that we've had back then. But let me know your thoughts down below. Are you picking up gold star cards? Are they too expensive? Let me know what you think. That's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you could please like, comment, subscribe. Anything helps, and I'll see you in the next one.